Welcome, everyone. This is the Division 4B Finals. The road to the Roadshow has reached its end as we are at the Roadshow. I am your play-by-play host, Pease Delarice. I am joined by Simon Dagenet and the much more talented Justin Blanchard. They're dressed very similarly today.
No, we're
You'll
not.
probably
No,
see
we're
it at
not.
some point.
You're just colorblind.
It's okay.
One job.
I am colorblind. I don't see races. How is everyone tonight? How are you doing, Simon?
Pretty good yourself.
I'm amazing. How are you, Justin?
I'm doing all right, thanks.
Cool. So we have in this game the Mud Dogs, the team I've been talking about for weeks as being the potentially the scariest team in the division against the U guys. The U were coming into this team into this season as one of the favorites. How do you see this shaking out? Do you see the upstart Mud Dogs being able to upset the U, or do you see the U just being able to lay it on them the way we expected them when this season started?
Well, the U has never lost a playoff game in franchise history, so that's pretty fantastic. But
Mhm.
I'll have to say, the way Mud Dog has been playing since about week 6, they've been the best team in the division combined. They're the most complete team. When their offense doesn't click, their defense is amazing, and vice versa. The U is a bit more one-dimensional. They have a great team, but I find that if one side of the ball doesn't click, the other doesn't work neither. So it's going to come down to, can the U get off to a start or not?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. Obviously Mud Dogs beating the U 26-25 earlier in the season. What I'm really looking forward to is in terms of, obviously the big name is Shaq Lattimore. Shaq was held to just 2 catches for 19 yards the first time that these two teams played. Not the biggest impact for him. And, obviously going back to last year's final with Lattimore having the big impact that he did, I look again for him to step up here.
Justin, you're the self-proclaimed greatest player of all time, and you're a notable rusher in FBF. We see the Mud Dogs have only had 2 sacks all season long. Do you see that as being an impact in this game? Do you think they'll be able to get the pressure necessary on the U quarterback?
Well, listen, obviously sacks are great, but I think I'm more of the opinion that as long as you can put on constant pressure on the quarterback, that's really what's key. As long as he could keep, when Shaq's quarterback, keep him in the pocket, keep him from really running out. That'll be more important than whatever sacks that they'll be able to.
And Lattimore does take that first snap, and he's gonna take off. We could all see that coming. Semi-fly guard, but it just looked more like instinct on that play. He did get deflagged instantly, though. Lattimore getting about 9 yards on that first run.
They tend to do that. They start with Lattimore in the very first play of the game under center, and then they switch back to Dustin White.
You figure people would know, right?
But the thing is, he's able to run and he's able to throw. Like, he throws the 40 bomb really well. So what do? Like, you cover a deep ball, but then he's going to run on you like you just did. He doesn't make too many mistakes under center because he only takes one snap, right?
Exactly. And then now we have Dustin White stepping behind center. He's getting ready, scanning the field, adjusting his sleeves apparently.
It's all about the swag, man.
On 2nd and 1, he's rolling to his left. He dumps it and incomplete. Maybe some championship jitters from Dustin White.
Yeah, again, it is. Well, they've been here before, but it is the finals. You obviously want to keep your nerves down. You stay collected, stay calm. It was a good first design. Obviously, the pass was a bit out wide, but as long as they stick to their game plan, they keep doing what they're doing. I think everything will be fine for them on this drive.
And Dustin White did throw for 1,265 yards, 38 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. We saw Shaq Lattimore run the first play, but Dustin White did have 19 carries for 179 yards this season, and he's ready to take the snap. He moves again to his left, breaking, and then still looking up again. Throws a rocket, but it is dropped by Josh White. We expect the chemistry between, and Simon, I know you're famous about talking about chemistry because you don't do any actual analysis, but Dustin White and Josh White, we figured their chemistry would do well, given that Josh White has 11 touchdowns for this team in the season.
Well, it was 3rd and 1. You don't really want to take too much of a risk. He was looking more to run than to throw. You could see the rusher kept the running lane off, so he had to force the ball and then it goes away.
Speaking of run, we have Lattimore in there. Justin, you think he's running or throwing?
I think he's gonna run for it.
On 4th and 1, we'll see. He's holding. Rusher holding him at bay, breaking backwards, throwing across his body to.
Oh, that was great.
Was that Dustin White?
Yes.
Yeah, to Dustin White.
That was
And Dustin
poorly
White
defended.
having the athleticism to make that first down.
He's faster than he looks. To be honest, once you see Dustin White go off, you don't expect him to be that fast of a guy, but he's much faster than he looks.
And I think it's gonna be really important here for Mud Dogs. You know, we've kind of seen what the U do. You know, well, Mud Dogs having played them, they already know what they do. You know, with these halfback plays, this switching the quarterback. They need to figure out a set defense that they can go to, because Dustin White was wide open on that throwback.
As soon as you see a halfback drop, somebody drop into the backfield, you need to send someone on him. We have Dustin White back at quarterback, getting ready for his snap, scanning left to right, waiting for the snap. He has it in his hands, rolling against his left, stops, throws it to Lattimore in the middle of the field, catch, and quickly deflagged.
Well, you can see here, the Mud Dogs are really playing safe. They're taking away the deep throws and forcing Dustin White to throw underneath. It's been working for them so far. He hasn't been that accurate, and it's very tight window throws.
The U get back into the huddle. They're discussing their play for second down as Justin Blanchard ponders why he's even here. There's lining up in trips for the first time. Shaq Lattimore lined up on ISO but tight, and now he shuffles over into quads. Not completely set, not even 2 yards from the snap, but it's okay because he bobbles but catches the ball at the 1 yard line, he's called just short
Great
of
catch
the end zone.
though. Dustin White drilled it in there.
Yeah.
Good concentration there by Lattimore to catch it on the off the bobble. And listen, it hasn't been the most the cleanest of drives, but they've gotten down. They're at the 1 yard line now, so it'll be interesting to see what they have called here.
Thanks for joining us, Justin.
It was a good play design to have Lattimore switch right off the snap, so the Mud Dogs didn't have their defense set, and you saw Lattimore being open in the hole.
They have to be very careful with that though, because he did not look set at all.
He did not look set, and he did not look 2 yards away from the snapper.
No.
Both of which would have led to a illegal procedure.
But they get away with one.
They got away with it.
Now it's
Exactly.
first and goal here.
And we see Dustin White at the 1, waiting for the snap. He gets it, looking middle, goes out left, throws back across his body. Shaq Lattimore trying to make a play, but unable to make the catch at the back of the end zone.
Good defense there, making Dustin White go to his first, his second, his third read finally. Really just kind of throwing it away there in the back of the end zone. Obviously Shaq has, he's his go-to guy. But I think Dustin White's gonna have to start kind of looking around to see who else he can really throw to here down the red zone.
He's looking at Shaq. Shaq got an end on it, but 23 made a good play on defense. He was there. Everybody was covered. They didn't have much.
That's Olivier Dusablon.
But on the first play, on a first down in the red zone, there's no need to force it. Just try something high. If it goes incomplete, you get a second down, right?
Shaq Lattimore now in quarterback. High snap on the wraparound is Dustin White. He has the ball, throws back to Shaq Lattimore. Forward pass. He spins lazily.
Yeah,
and gets deflagged.
Like lost a yard.
Yeah, they lost a yard there. So really good defense here down in the red zone to start for Mud Dogs.
But a strange play, like in the red zone.
Well, it worked.
What's going on here?
It worked before. I don't know.
Was that a false start?
Well, it said procedure. I don't know for what exactly.
He's not pointing in any direction.
Yeah, red zone. Yeah.
Yes, because
That's a run.
well, it depends. If he lost the
Right.
yard, then it's not a run.
Yeah, it's a sack, but it was intentionally a run, right?
Yes, but if he
Well,
loses a yard, it's
yeah.
it's a pass
I mean,
for negative yards.
Technically, it's not a run until you cross on a scrimmage, right? So.
But it was called a run.
It's not a run until you cross
Yes,
line.
but they didn't call a sack. They didn't move the back. They just called
We
it.
don't know what's going on here in the booth.
Apparently. Maybe Simon Dagenet should read the rule book.
Where's our consultant?
As
Steve
you
Haddock,
line up
when you
in
need him?
quads,
They
this
didn't
time
move it
Shaq
back.
Lattimore's set on the quads position this time around. Dustin White looking across the field, dumped off to the snapper, and it is dropped by number 55, Chris Skikini.
That was a good play design.
I'm assuming that's how his name is pronounced. There's so many C's in that name.
That was a good play design. I believe the snapper had to make a play. He got it straight in the chest. He dropped it. It looked a lot like QP's out there.
No. That was only when you're playing quarterback,
when
Simon.
he plays for you.
Thanks for having my back, Justin. As the U have another attempt at the not even the 1 yard line, inside the 1 yard line.
It's fourth down.
It is absolutely. Lattimore lined up outside as they are in their normal set. And then we have a
And
false
Josh
start
Johnson.
on Josh
You
White.
cannot have that happen in the finals. You know, you're the receiver. You know when the ball is being snapped. You know,
Look
it
at the
can't
ball.
happen. It can't happen.
That said, given the play design we've seen from the U, are they maybe better being 5 yards back?
No, because you cannot run. You're still red zone, even if you
but
back
they
it up.
couldn't run before.
Yeah, but I mean,
So you're saying they didn't lose anything?
well, to me as a quarterback, the 5-1, I prefer 5 yards off than 1 yard off. 'Cause 1 yard
Exactly.
off is really
No, but
really
that-
tough.
But you're
that's-
conflicting the
That's
thing
what
you
Peter's
said.
saying.
I just said that.
But for them,
I just said it.
But for them, I disagree. The way they've been running, the 1 yard would have worked for them.
Dustin White gets the snap, rolls left, throws. Josh White with the touchdown. And there we go. That's what I'm saying. They're better off having some space as Josh White purposely got that false start so he could get the touchdown catch on the next play.
Great route, great catch, and the U finally, after what it feels like 10 minutes, on this drive, get on the board here. A good start for them. A great route run by the receiver.
The U was going for 2.
They're going for 2, and much like that playoff game against the U's where against the Jays where they won 38-32, Josh White did have 2 touchdowns in that game, so we'll have to keep out. If Josh White can put up numbers, this team will be successful.
That's one way to see it.
There was a 7-play, 8-minute drive by the U. Josh White on the 2-point conversion looks to his right, delivers a strike. That was,
Beautiful.
That was a great play.
and once again we see Chris Kakini open. This time around, he does not drop it. Great catch, great route, great throw. 2 points, 8-0. The U over Mud Dogs.
That was a lot of.
So many things, highly
So many things to
punctuated.
Boom.
That's how important that score was, Simone. It was highly punctuated.
So now we're at bullet points. We don't make sentences.
Nope.
anymore.
No, but to be honest though, that is really a great start for them because being down 6 is one thing. Being down 8,
Is
no,
it 2 more points?
Right,
Someone would say.
no, but right away, the pressure is on you because now even when you score, now you have to decide, are we going for 2 ourselves?
Jeremy Mongeau-Duby throws it out quick. It is caught by Julien Laberge, and he is quickly forced out of bounds.
He makes it
Second
look
down.
super easy. He just first 3 was open, hit him. The Mud Dogs offense looks a lot better than the U's at this point.
And we have now the Mud Dogs assembling and calling their play for their second down. And would you say, Justin, is that 4 yards, 5 yards, 3 yards, 2 yards?
1.
Yeah, it looks to be like maybe 1.5.
There we go.
yards,
Total setup. I was the alley, you were the oop. Here we go, Mongeau-Duby waiting for his snap. He gets it, scans over the middle, has a drag across the middle. He throws to the drag. Upfield is once again Julien Laberge, and he gets deflected on the opposite sideline this time around.
Yeah, and really a good concept to start here for Mongeau-Duby is just really letting his receivers go out and make plays. These so far he's 2 for 2, very short passes, and his receivers have done the rest.
Simon has no thoughts.
Well, they're setting up.
It
I'm
is
letting
now
you.
first down for the Mud Dogs as Mongeau-Duby gets the snap, throws out quickly. It is caught, and it looks
He's
like
out, yes,
it
that's
may
it.
be a touchdown.
It is.
Touchdown!
Our fellow FPF ref, Laurent.
Laurent Zubri, absolutely. Laurent Zubri, guys, he's been one of the most unsung heroes in FPF. He had 10 touchdowns this season. He's not 10 touchdowns in the playoffs. He's not even a guy we've talked about much, but he's one of the best receivers on the field today.
He makes it look so easy. Doesn't look like, if you look at him, he doesn't look like much. Look, he's your average Joe, but he makes it look so easy. He's a great receiver.
It's like cooking on an easy bake oven rather than cooking in a real oven. And the Mud Dogs now setting up in trips for 1 point. Mongeau-Duby looks left, delivers to no one.
It's a
That
bit
brick
off.
wall, that wall, however, felt it. We heard it all the way up here.
It was close, but it was a bit off.
Yeah, but overall, still nonetheless, not the best to finish the drive, but an excellent-looking drive to start. The U really had no answer for whatever it was that Mud Dogs had planned. They went three plays,
40 yards, touchdown.
yeah, in three different directions really. So
And we saw the U taking 8 minutes to get to the end zone. We saw Mud Dogs getting in under 2 minutes. Guys, what do you think this favors either team particularly?
At this point, I don't think so. Mud Dogs' defense has been playing great, but they haven't made a stop, right? So slowing
not
down
great,
doesn't matter
just
much.
Good then. Dustin White getting the ball, looking left on his ISO, throwing deep, and it is caught. So much for time and possession. 1 play, 1 score, touchdown the U.
It was a nice route, but the defender was there. He just couldn't make a play on the ball. As a receiver, had better grip on the football.
It's so hard. Gabriel Waxman got that one step on him, and the ball was in the air. Waxman went in, back out, caught the ball over his shoulder, touchdown.
And now they're going for two again. So,
Yes.
again. So these could really end up making the.
Well, it's 14-6, right? So if they would have went for one and got it, it's a two-score game. Going for two is ballsy, but
Of course,
it could
but,
hurt on the long run.
If they keep it up though, eventually that becomes a score in itself.
Oh yeah,
right.
definitely.
Remember, you can't spell balls without you. The you going in quads.
Really?
Well,
That's
some
what
people
you-
spell
that's
it that
what
way.
you went with?
I've heard it both ways. Dustin White thrown across his body once again, and it is caught. Another two-point conversion. This time it's Josh Abramovitz.
With again the same style of play that they scored on the other 2-point conversion.
It
With
looked very similar.
just him just kind of rolling to his left and just throwing a rocket across
It was the
across
same
the
route.
field.
Instead of the snapper, it was the
Yeah,
wide,
that's
the
it.
slot back, and it was the U had no answer.
And we've seen this before, Simo. You're a quarterback. If you have a strong arm, floods and counter floods are a very effective play call. Do you think that's the U's key to success for this game?
Yeah, they've been going with the two levels. The other guy on top, a guy underneath, and then you just pick whoever's open, and they use struggling with the Mud Dog struggling with that.
And Mud Dog's now on the field with Jeremy Mud Dog Mongeau Duby getting the ball, looking to his left, delivering a strike, beautiful pass to the sideline, and Dubry again unflagged after seemingly getting that first down.
There's just very basic plays. Again, just another quick hook and just him. Laurent just doing the rest. You have to start playing a bit tighter, I think. Otherwise, Mongeau Duby, he's just going to keep eating them up, the whole game.
And Mongeau Duby keeping that pace up as it's essentially a sugar huddle, getting the guys together for a half second, getting the receiver set, and here we go. He's got the ball, looks right,
Yeah,
rolls
there you go.
left. Is he going to run? Yes, he is. Quick juke, but he is deflagged.
About
Oh.
4 yards.
Good.
Yeah, after a couple yards, great the flag on
Great
that play.
decision from Mongeau Duby not to force a football in the hollow because everybody was covered.
Yeah.
Didn't have much. He went with his legs instead of forcing a football that might have been picked off. It shows the real poise.
Yeah, that wasn't. It's not going to show up on the stat sheet as the best play, but that was a smart play by him. The U lined up pretty much in man there across the board, and absolutely no one was open. You have to you have to stay smart, right? So you don't want to start forcing anything.
It's a
at
first
this
down.
point
You
in the
don't
game.
have to force
No,
anything.
it's still early in the game.
And Kyle Pedvis with that tackle. Nice tackle in the middle of the field. Mongeau Duby delivers a touchdown strike once again. This game, boys, looks like it's going to be a barn burner.
Listen,
If you have a barn, it's on fire.
Mud Dogs have been playing extremely well on offense. Then Mongeau Duby hasn't thrown an incomplete yet. He's driving efficiently every single time. It's going to come down to can they keep up with the PATs because at this point they're now by 4.
Yeah.
Well, as we see the
16-12.
replay right now, deep in, right across the middle of the field, great route, catch, and a touchdown.
Olivier Laberge makes it look also very easy. These guys are very talented.
And there they go. See, so the pressure finally got to them. They're going for 2 here.
They line up in trips. Let's see what Mongeau Duby has in store. He gets the ball, scans left, throws to his ISO, and is almost picked off, but dropped at the front of the end zone.
Yeah, going to the wall one too often there. Another hook down the sideline. A great read there by the defender to jump it, and that's a 4-point lead. That's still huge, given that both teams have scored the same
It's
amount of
going to hurt.
touchdowns.
If the U scores right on this possession and make it a 10-point game again, it's going to hurt Mud Dogs in the long run.
Absolutely. You can't keep going to the well because at one point there will be no water. The U in their huddle getting ready for their first and 10 after that score. It is now 16-12, the U versus Mud Dogs, in a game that promised to be punch for punch. It has delivered so far. Let's see if they can keep that intensity the rest of the way out. Dustin White receiving the snap, scanning, looking left to right, middle. Snap perfect. Looks to his left immediately and dumps it off once again to the snapper. And then in Peas-like fashion, Chris
Loses
Skakini dropped his flags and got touched.
Well,
And is that 4 down?
He made the catch though still, and that's really important. On a first down is just to give yourself a little bit of room. Just to move. What is it? It's just 3-4 yards, but as an offense, it's really key to just get a high efficiency play, a high percentage play to start your drive.
You see, the U switch the receivers around. Josh White is now on the left-hand side instead of the right-hand side, so they're switching matchups, and Mud Dogs hasn't moved. Their defense is still the same. So they're switching matchups around maybe to take advantage of certain players.
We'll see now if he is scared, if he will go to church, and whether or not this trip play with Shaq Lattimore on the ISO on Dustin White's left side will make a difference. He moves to his left immediately, throws across the middle of the field. Dangerous throw, almost intercepted, right in the face of Josh Abramovitz.
Listen, I just saw it in the 5A final. You can't do that kind of play in the finals.
You can't risk that.
You absolutely cannot. Worst case scenario, you take the sack, throw it away, but throws across your body as you're going in one direction. High percentage to get picked off. Got very lucky there that it was only batted away.
We saw man coverage from Mud Dogs for one of the first time in the game. It worked really well for them. They shot the routes properly.
I don't think Dustin White was expecting that there.
No.
Great defensive play by Olivier Dussublin-Lotte, Dussublin-Lotte. The U lined up. Dustin White looks right, goes back left, and then throws over the middle of the field. It is contested and out of bounds after about 4 people attempted to catch the ball, and then no one ended up
It
with
was
it.
tipped and picked off by Olivier Laberge, but his foot was on the blue line.
And so therefore not picked off.
Very are they punting? Wow. So very very dangerous throw there.
Strange
it
decision
looked
too,
yeah,
yeah.
it looked to me
Strange
like
decision
he
on
had a
third
receiver
down.
underneath. I don't know if it was a snapper, but there seemed to be someone there. At the more intermediate level.
Yeah, Chris Kikini again open underneath.
There
And you know what? Mud Dogs seem to be happy to give that short throw to the U.
Well, listen, now Mud Dogs as the control back of this game. If they can score now, they'll take away the possession that the U add on top of them because of the PATs. And let's not forget the U started with the football in the first half, so Mud Dogs starts with the football in the second half.
Mud Dogs have the ball. Justin Blanchard, if you were a Mud Dog, what breed would you be?
Jesus, please.
Marshall Duby throwing the wheel. It's wide open. He had a step, but
it was
he's
open, but
thrown-
it was a tough throw.
tough
to
throw.
make.
Tough throw.
And but it's first down, right? You can take these kind of chances on the first down because you're not gonna get picked off. So if it goes incomplete, you go back to second down, and it's his first incomplete of the night.
Absolutely. And you know what? It's the right time to take that chance. He gets his boys back together.
Julien Laberge is stepping off after that wheel route. He might be exhausted.
Maybe he should go to church.
I don't think he's scared. I think he's just tired.
Only one way to find out. He's taking a knee in prayer-like pose as Mud Dogs lead their boys out for second down and 10. Monchon Duby looking left, immediately delivering a quick straight on the slant to Laurent Dubray. Great catch. But was that 9 yards?
Yeah,
About,
yeah, that's about a good.
That was a great adjustment.
Yeah, exactly. On a great route there. Marshall DB, he's been on fire so far.
But a
except
lot of
for
that also is Laurent Dubray having the intelligence to stop in the hole rather than continuing his route. Great route, great catch, great play.
It felt like he went to the huddle and said, "Listen, the guy's playing me on top. We just ran the same route. I'll stop right there. I'll be open." That's basically what happened.
All those things.
So
As it is now
the
3rd
U
and 1.
Looked maybe some man coverage there because they just switched on defense.
And they're pressing
There it
tight.
is.
And a wraparound. Laurent throws the ball deep. He read deep. The receiver read a flatter out. And we have a miscommunication for an incomplete pass.
Once again, a strange decision to go. You're third in inches, not even a yard, and you go for a goal. You go for the end zone. So now you're stuck with a 14
Listen, I'm
inches.
not. Me personally, I don't. I honestly probably would have done the same. He saw man coverage there. You have one-on-one. You have to have faith, and you got to make the play.
Could you have run
And,
for the half a yard?
Well,
Possibly?
you can run for it here on
Yes.
4th and an inch. So that's what I'm saying. So on 3rd down, no, I don't. To me, that's not necessarily a bad decision.
Looks to be man once again as the members of the U press tightly. And
Yeah,
Monchon to be
that's-
taken off
he has
left.
that easy.
And
Yeah, it's more than the yards you needed.
perhaps he was listening to the broadcast as Justin Blanchard told him he can run on 4th. And he then,
did.
in fact, ran on 4th.
And you need to, they need to be careful because that is maybe the 3rd or 4th missed tackle that I've seen on their side. And you in games like this especially, you have to make your tackles because
But
we
you
have
the
guys.
yardage anyways, right? You killed the rusher right off the bat and add the yards, even if you would have got the tackle. and
No,
two advantage.
for sure. But the difference. It's still a big difference between 1 yard and 10 yards on the field.
Oh, agreed.
And
So-
we talked about Dustin White and Shaq Lattimore running, and we now saw the running ability of Monchon Duby, who had 238 yards this season. As he gets the ball now, looking to pass, rolling right, avoids the rusher, has all the time in the world, touchdown, back of the end
No,
zone.
he's
Oh no,
out.
it's waved off.
He got-
Incomplete pass.
he had the
very,
wrong
very
line.
lucky there.
Yeah, he had the wrong line. He was playing the white instead of the blue. He wasn't between the blue and the white.
Perhaps an issue of color blindness. I am particularly sympathetic.
We're at 5 plays now.
Listen, it was a
For
great
half.
play. Monchon Duby made plays again with his legs, bought time, got the right receiver. It's just the receiver made the mistake.
As they huddle and calling a play now for their next attempt at the end zone. Again, as Simo said, 5 plays remaining in the half.
I said that.
I don't care.
Is this better for them though? If they only have 5 plays and they can kill a few plays to give the U only 2 or 3 instead of 5, is it better for them?
Well, it's still dangerous. So you know, I'm of the belief that you want to score.
You score when
period,
you can.
know, yeah, exactly.
And that's when you. Oh my God! And we have a drop at the back of the end zone.
The finals, man, they get to you. You know, they get to some people.
Mud Dogs
you
have
know,
been
I
doing
mean,
this. They did the same things in the semis against A Squad, where they had a 2-score lead and they were dropping first downs or dropping
But
footballs.
he was
Julien
wide open
Leberge
there.
wide open on a perfectly run corner route. I thought it was as I saw the route developing, I thought it was 6.
It should have been. So
He was
well,
wide open. It was
listen.
a great throw.
It should have been 6, but it's over now. And now we got trips
Third down, 4 plays.
once again. We'll see how Marshall DeBeat calls the routes. He looks to his left immediately, throws back of the end zone once again, and it's knocked out of the receiver's hands. Great play of back of the end zone. Russell Schwartz in there. Tight play, tight window. Nice throw, but just not enough room to make that play.
Yeah, there's Shaq Lattimore. We were looking for you. That was a great defensive play by him, knocking the ball away at the last second. You know, it seems like Mojon Duby has really been fixated on that left corner, especially, and the U finally kind of adjusted to it. So now the pressure's on here on 4th down.
Yeah. Well, the pass should have been open, but he had a guy cross the whole field, and Shaq was on top, and Shaq is the fastest
But
down the field, right?
he did stare that down, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
He
of
looked at
course,
that
of
from the
course.
start.
The pass was a bit behind, didn't lead his receiver. Shaq made a great play on the football, and now we're stuck with a 4th down.
And JMD has his boys once again in trips. Gets a snap, looks over the middle of the field, looking to the crossing route, throws it at Shaq
Picked
Lattimore,
off.
who's gone. He gets the ball in his hands, sick cut, and he is gone for a touchdown. Beautiful touchdown pass by Jeremy Marshall Duby. Unfortunately, it was to the U's Shaq Lattimore.
I love how you called that he was gone, like
Oh,
20,
he was gone,
20
though.
yards away.
He was
but
so
you
gone.
know it. You know it.
W-
Shaq-
was I right?
No, of course.
There we
You
go.
know,
He's the fastest guy on the
he
field.
is the
Look what
fastest guy on the
look
field.
What happened?
Absolutely.
There was a great physical play by both guys. The receiver went for it, fought for the ball, but defense had the better stance on it. Picked it off, run it back, and now the U's back in control of this game.
And the members of the stands pointing out, in fact, it was in fact a touchdown, leading the U to the score, 22-12. Shaq Lattimore making some contact, getting in there, juggling the ball, bringing it in for the score.
And you know,
once
honestly-
again, going for 2 are the U.
Those are the kinds of plays
Straight up
that
Rams.
that make the difference in games. And I'm not necessarily talking about the interception
Oh,
itself. It's the time that it came at. Down at towards the end of the half.
The stop would have been huge, but this is much.
And yeah,
bigger for them.
that is a huge swing.
Lattimore throwing back of the end zone.
Oh,
Oh my God! The beast catch by Chris Kikini as he put his hand up, knocked it down to himself. He catches it and just roams off the field like it's nothing.
It looked like the pass was meant for Josh in the back,
Yeah,
but
for sure.
he made the plays like, oh, I can get that, I'm getting that, and now we have a 12-point lead with only 3 plays left. 2 plays left in the game. 2 plays left in the game. In the half, sorry.
Yes, absolutely no ducks were given by Chris Kikini as he caught that ball, and it was now the U are officially 4-3 on 2-point converts. Marshall Duby delivers a quick hook to LeBerge over the middle of the field, drop it down, keeps himself steady, and they move the ball forward to about midfield. Guys, is there an issue with the Mud Dogs stacking all their talent with Laurent Dubry and Julien Leberge on the same side of the field?
Oh no, they have Olivier Laberge on the other side, who's, in my opinion, better than Julien.
But they're not going to him.
Well, he's been going to him a lot.
Oh well, at least he's going to where he's finding the open guys. Mojon Duby is more of a quick reader, and I mean, of course, listen, you have talent on one side. It's just pick. It's one or the other, right?
So it was 2 plays. They chopped the field in half to get a better shot at the end zone because they only had 2 plays. You don't go deep twice. Everybody knows that.
Oh, that's fair.
yeah, okay, so I'm sure you would go deep twice.
No, I don't.
Simon
know-
Dajne not knowing about
No.
going deep. The ball thrown over the middle field, deflected in the air, and it's caught! It is caught and intercepted.
It got tipped off by the first receiver into the second receiver's hand. DB dropped it, and then
Josh
someone,
Abramovich came out.
someone
came
from
out with
nowhere picked it off to seal the deal.
it. That brings us to halftime, gentlemen. The U up 24-12. Mud Dogs being one of the most talented teams in the division, but are they in trouble heading into the second half?
Well, they start with the football in the second half, so that kind of gives them a cushion where it's not it's a 2-score lead, but they start with the football. But the way they've been playing, that last pick 6 was absolute killer for them. they couldn't allow a pick six on that play. They couldn't allow them to score after even if they didn't score, and now they're down by 12 instead of just 6.
Justin, how big were those 2-point conversions? They've scored. The U have scored 6 points on 2-point conversions. It's essentially giving them an extra score in this game.
Yeah, huge. I mean, as I mentioned, that's exactly what you're worried about. When teams start going for two, is that gives them basically an extra possession, right? So now the pressure is on, doubly so for Mud Dogs to get something going offensively. To start the second half. It's not lost yet. I mean, if you're going back to the first time that these two teams met, you had a 1-score lead going into the half before they kind of collapsed offensively. So as long as Mud Dogs stick to what works for them, Montjean Duby continues to be as impressive as he has been. They still have a chance to come back here.
Simon, last time around, Mud Dogs won 26-25. Who benefited more from that outcome?
I think Mud Dogs did when the season went around because they needed that win more. The U was undefeated coming into that week 6 game. They were 5-0 or 6-0, and Mud Dogs were about 500, so they needed that win, and they shocked everybody by defeating the U. But now coming to this final game, I think the U is more ready for Mud Dogs than Mud Dogs are for the U because they know what they're up against, whereas the U had the element of surprise before.
And so far this game, gentlemen, we see Mud Dogs with 5 first downs, the U with 2. Time of possession being in the U's favor, 11 minutes to 8 minutes and 15 seconds for Mud Dogs. But the biggest issue so far, Mud Dogs with 2 turnovers, despite outgaining the U by about 20 yards.
Well, the second turnover, in my opinion, doesn't really count there. It's the last play of the half. You have to go for it. It's not just, they didn't make...
Except it wasn't a score.
Exactly.
So it does count.
Yeah, well, it's a stop.
It's a stop. It also could have fallen incomplete. So yes, in terms of
it also could have been a touchdown, which the Mud Dogs really needed. But thank you for your analysis, gentlemen.
You're welcome.
That's it. That's
Yes,
it. That's all right. Awesome.
No, because that's it.
No, because, guys, we saw Montjean to be not throwing one interception at all in the playoffs. Why is he struggling today?
Honestly, I don't know. They look so good in the first half. The first 2 drives were almost perfect, if not perfect.
Yeah.
And the third drive was.
I would really. I'm not sure I would characterize it as struggling. It's really he's been on fire for whatever it is. 8, 9, 10 passes and just kind of made 2, worse throws, if you will. 2 throws that just ill-advised.
But let's not forget
if you
there
will,
was those 2 very costly drops in back of the end zone that were supposed to be scores where Montjean made the right throw, but his receivers dropped it, and now they're down by 2 scores instead of 1.
You honestly,
They did score on that drive, however.
yeah.
No, they're not. That was a pick 6.
That was the last drive. Sorry. Yeah, sorry. The drive with the pick 6. Absolutely.
No, you really can't say anything bad about Montjean to be here. He's played exceptionally well so far, aside for those 2
And
interceptions.
he gets the snap, rolls right, looks like he's going to take off, moves to the sideline, and quickly gets deflagged by Waxman, who closed the gap so quickly.
It's an impressive play by the rusher to catch up with him and tackle him as he dove, but still, Montjean made the right play. Instead of forcing it, uses his legs, changes his play style a little bit, might help his offense on the long run.
Well, Gabriel Waxman had 8 sacks this season. He's been a huge part of the U defense, and he has had his impact tonight already. We'll see if he has any impact on this play as Montjean Duby gets ready to receive the snap. Gets in his hands, looks to the middle, then to the right, throws a deep ball. His receiver's open and cannot catch the ball.
He has made the right reads. He saw he was man there. He saw that he had a one-on-one matchup. It was a good throw. It wasn't the easiest.
No, that was a great throw.
It wasn't the easiest catch. The receiver started to adjust, but it's a catch that you should be expected to make in the finals.
It was a fantastic throw. You got to give it to the guy. Back of the end zone on the outside, so DB can make the play on it. Receiver, nobody.
But for Sebastian Garcia, you saw him go inside before releasing back to the outside, and Montjean Duby threw the ball to the right spot. He threw the ball to the outside where his receiver should have been hugging the sideline. There's no reason for the receiver to break inside on that route.
He might have tried to shift the corner.
But he was open. He didn't have to.
I
He was
agree.
open. Jeremy Mongo Duby waiting for the snap. Again, looking to the middle and to the right, going back to the middle, caught and deflagged over the middle of the field is Julien Laberge.
Still, they just moved the chains. That's all they wanted. The
The bags, so to speak. The bean bags.
I understood you, Smo.
Thank you, Justin. Yeah, they moved the bags, the bean bags.
The sacks.
So now they get a first down again, and the offense can keep rolling. Or walking, if you prefer, because they
In
have
fact,
no wheels.
It's true, it's true. And in fact, Mud Dogs are in fact rolling. The U see them rolling and try to catch them riding dirty. Wants to be waiting for the snap. Gets it. Looks over the middle of the field. Scanning once again. Delivers a nut. Oh, man. He read inside. Receiver read outside. The ball falls harmlessly to the curtain.
Yeah, miscommunication maybe there because that's on what back-to-back, well, almost back-to-back plays there basically that he hasn't connected with his receiver. They need to figure it out because, this drive is crucial for them here.
Mm-hmm. Fact. Mud Dogs lining up. They're once again in their base formation. 4 receivers across. Snapper in the middle. Moses B gets the ball. Looks left this time. Delivers left. And a huge play on defense. The guys, the U's defense has been pesky. They've been in the faces of Mud Dogs defenders all day long.
Well, it's a good play on defense, but then again, Moshon's Bay takes a risk throwing over Colin about 25-yard pass where a receiver's waiting for the football. So he's basically is sitting duck, and the DB has to make a play. It's a tough play to make for a receiver there too,
Mm-hmm. Mud Dogs once again discussing the strategy for this upcoming play on perhaps the most important drive of the game, as mentioned by Justin Blanchard earlier.
Really taking their time here, so I'm assuming that they're trying to figure out
It
the
better
best.
be a good play.
Yeah, it better be the best play that they have in their playbook.
Going for trips for the first
Going
time.
with trips
right?
with Sebastian Prou Garcia in ISO, throwing across the middle of the field. Apparently it took all that time to call a drag, and that ball was incomplete.
Well, he looked for the corner route, the one he liked over top to the left, but it wasn't open.
Yeah.
So his check down was to the drag, which went.
But
in.
it seems to me like you take all that time to call play, and you have one guy attacking the back of the end zone, and then you have to quickly check it down.
Yeah,
You
and who was he attacking on the check down? Chuck Lattimore, right? Like one of the basically the fastest defender on the field right now.
Who also made a play, right? He's been on fire tonight.
Exactly. So you
I mean,
you have to play your matchup still at the same time.
Wouldn't it be a good idea at that point to send 2 or 3 guys to the back of the end zone rather than just going one-on-one? You're a guy versus their best player.
Well, they made that decision, and now they're stuck here on 4th down.
Lattimore being the general on defense, the receiver falling right in front of him, and it is once again incomplete, and a
once
turnover
again-
on downs.
And once again, who was in coverage on defense? Chuck Lattimore. So I don't know.
Aliyah was open.
Also
on the play.
gravity,
He
'cause
did
he
fall,
fell.
right? If the receiver wouldn't fall, he probably would have got it. But receiver goes down, gets back up, drops the football afterwards.
Great defense by gravity. And the U get the ball back. They're discussing their play. This is
Yeah.
the time for them to stick the last nail in the coffin.
But Mud Dogs is struggling from a bad case of drops.
It's sickly. It's like a flu. Influenza
Contagious.
drops.
It's contagious. You
Don't
can
hang
see it
around.
spread.
Don't hang around the Mud Dogs. You might get the drops. And this time we see Dustin White taking off. He takes some big strides.
See what I told you? He's faster than he looks.
Yeah, but that was
And
also
charming, too.
I think a bit of a questionable rush there by was that Sebastian Puga Garcia taking a bit of a wide angle on Dustin.
Maybe they're trying to make a play. They're just trying to force mistakes.
Well,
They-
they look to
they
be
need to
forcing
make a
him to
play,
the
right?
right. Dustin White being a left-handed thrower. They seem to be forcing
Perhaps,
him,
but
that does not work.
with a guy that still has that kind of speed, you take a big risk there, and he made him
Agreed.
pay for it on the run.
But in my opinion, at this point, Mud Dogs needs a pick. They
No,
cannot
but
afford
no, of course. Listen, they
see-
need a big play here, but I don't think it's necessarily going to come from the rush. It has to come from the secondary here.
And the Mud Dogs have eaten up time. They've had 2 back-to-back 4-minute drives, one ending in an interception and one ending in a turnover on downs. In the meantime, Dustin White reading, scanning, waiting for the snap, gets in his hands, looking left, delivering quickly to Skakini. And I believe I've pronounced that differently every time I've called his
You
name.
have at
Great
least 4
catch.
different times. The snapper's been open almost every single play. He's been steady. He's been running his routes properly, and he's always underneath everybody. And Mud Dogs are playing safe. They're trying to avoid scores, so the underneath routes is always open.
Well, Mud Dogs have seemed to want to give them that, except that now the issue is the game is not going in their favor, and they need to step up to make a big defensive play.
So what's your call here? Because we've been mentioned the U are burning clock time. So should Mud Dogs
Like a wildfire.
let them score and get the ball back? Because they can't stop them, right?
Well, I mean, no, they're down 2 scores right now. Like they need to stop here.
And Dustin White running to the sideline, getting the flag just as he got
First down.
to the sideline, but it will be a first down. Yards are gained. It's first and goal for the U.
That was a good attempt there. And honestly, you know what? If I were the U, I might consider taking all 4 plays here. to try to
Well,
score.
we're looking at about 12 minutes left in the game. It's
But if they
a
score,
long game,
if
right?
they score, it gives them a 3-score lead
Oh,
with
yeah.
only about 3 possessions left in the game.
And they could make it. They've been making 2-point converts, so we're looking at 3 scores and converts on top of that. So it's a long way to go for Mud Dogs to come back from.
And Dustin White, who the 2 quarterbacks in this game coming in, this isn't something you would know nothing about, but both quarterbacks come into the finals having thrown no interceptions this game
It's true. I know nothing about that.
in this playoffs.
That's true. I know nothing about that. No, both quarterbacks have been on fire recently. There's Justin White posted perfect QB rating in the semis to win it, 48-47. It's a fantastic game from them, and you could see he learned from that experience as well.
And he's Dustin White rolling left, throwing to the back of the end zone, and there's a flag, but there's so many things that happened all at once there.
Yeah, again, I don't know what it is on the the U side this time around, because both 2 receivers kind of colliding there. I don't know if
you see a little
there
bit
was
of
problem
chirp
in
from
terms of
Josh
depth.
White, thinking it's the defender that cut him off.
No,
but
it
his
was
own player,
Shaq Lattimore, right? So
cut it both
yeah,
intertwined
but
their
see,
legs.
they're figuring it out here.
Yeah. But it's first down, right? So at the same time, it
No,
wasn't complete.
exactly. No, the worst thing for the EU would be an interception, honestly.
Yeah.
So as long as that doesn't happen, they have no worries.
And head referee Jack Nudie calls interference on the rusher against the U. So they'll back up a little bit and have another attempt at the
They
end zone.
declined the penalty.
Was declined?
Yeah,
My
they haven't
mistake.
moved the bag.
That's true. They have not moved the bag.
So second down.
It is now second down.
So Mud Dogs prefer the 2 yards instead of 7. To
Well,
keep them
yeah,
short
yeah,
distance.
exactly. I mean, they know. I mean, listen, Dustin
Because of the
White,
thing we discussed earlier.
he hasn't been the most efficient quarterback down this close in the red zone.
It's tough. It's tough, to be honest with you.
White again throwing over the middle.
Oh.
Skakini with another great touchdown catch.
Man,
Chris Skakini.
Bikini just
touchdown to
making
you.
plays, man.
He's having a night. He's not the flashiest player, but he's steady. He's playing well, and he's always open.
I mean,
he's-
he had that one drop earlier, and then ever since then, he's been on absolute fire.
He's basically your opposite piece.
Yes, he's been balling like Cinderella at the ball, you see. See what it did there?
Bad. Yes, I did, and it was bad. So
Yes.
we try not to comment.
But
on it.
emphasize on it because of how bad it
Yeah,
was.
I don't think that's smart, though.
And 4-minute drive by the U, taking up the clock like you mentioned, Simo,
Going back,
but ending in a touchdown.
another 2-point convert attempt.
It's
from
just
the-
what they do. It's what they do.
It's working,
Dustin White moving to his left, throwing over,
and they connect
and
again.
it's caught.
Now they're up 20.
Evan
points.
Frank with a great catch.
They haven't stopped a single conversion defensively, Mud Dogs.
They haven't stopped
You-
a single.
It will give them an extra 2 touchdowns by the time this game's over.
Well, at this point, the Mud Dogs had one stop in which the U punted.
Mhm.
That's the only stop Mud
And
Dogs
yeah,
had on defense.
that's it. I mean, ever since then.
But if we're
aside
looking
from
at the
that-
score, they had 5 drives, 32 points on the board. It looks like they had no stops and they had 2 converts.
Maybe the Mud Dogs were looking for better special teams play, so to speak, on that punt. Manju Zubi getting the snap. It's a little high, but he looks to his right immediately. He scrambles,
had him
moves
wide
to the middle,
open.
pumps, and gets by Lattimore, but quickly gets deflagged by Evan Frank. Guys, we haven't talked about Evan Frank much, but he did have 4 interceptions this season, probably the defensive leader for the U.
Yeah, definitely a great play there. But I have to go back. Looking at the offense for the Mud Dogs, they had the right play call, and for whatever reason, Maljon Zubi just did not. You're down by 20 points now. You have to take your chances. He had the wheel, on the out and up, wide open. Didn't
feel
look
like
at it
he's
for whatever
afraid.
reason. I mean, you have nothing to be afraid of at this point. You have to take
You
your
have
chances.
to go for it. You need to score really, really fast, but I feel like Monchon Zubé is not comfortable doing it. Now Monchon Zubé connects with Julien Laberge on a
Look,
5-yard hook.
they're
a
walking
5-yard
up,
out.
they're walking around. I mean, at this point, you
You
have
have
to
to
hurry up.
You have to hurry
Yeah,
up,
what are
run
you doing?
back, no huddle, push the pace.
But they look completely dejected to the Mud Dogs.
Listen, I feel like I'm watching the Eagles and the Patriots in that Super Bowl a few years ago with Donovan McNabb just like taking half an hour every snap. You have to go. The game is still
Yeah.
on.
They're wasting a lot of time, those huddles. They should be going either to no huddles or
But just a sugar huddle. They were doing it early in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it worked for them. It was working for them.
Agreed.
So
but now they're
And,
killing time. I don't think they're playing clock management well enough to win
Moses
this.
to be stepping up, looking to his right, rolling, throwing the ball.
great play.
Great play, great catch, and a touchdown. So for all our criticisms, it does end in 6.
Well,
Granted, but it could have ended in 6 a lot faster though.
Yeah. It was a broken play. Monchon's big got time with his leg. Everybody expected a run, and then he just dumped it off to the about 10-yard hook on the sideline to 23, who subbed in for Paul Garcia for this drive because he had too many drops.
Guys, we see President Rob Campana making his way down to the field with the trophy. Is this a bad omen,
So ambitious.
or is it too?
So ambitious.
Is it too soon?
See, if you want to run around,
You didn't answer my question. Is it too soon?
we're talking about this.
Is it too soon?
Yes,
It's
it
ain't
is.
it completed.
Yes, it is.
All right, cool. Because
Thus, I said too ambitious, but then they go for two. Receiver stops in front of the end zone, catches the football, and then bobbles it so he can't run afterwards.
If
and gets
he
deflated in
if he
front.
didn't bobble it, he was in. All he did was
Yes.
just back up. Like
Agreed.
his Marshawn Lynch's receivers have not stepped up here at all. I mean, for an offense that has been as prolific as it has been all season long, really, this is honestly really surprising to see.
he should never call them again. They should not be friends anymore.
They should,
Monsters to be, nobody loves you.
they should disband. Well, I love him, but I'm a quarterback, so I have no use for him.
Mm-hmm.
But you should call him up.
Well, I'll have him replace Friends with Bendix, the Division 4 team, 4B team that did not make the finals.
So friends without Dashnet will be friends with Montrons B.
The Mud Dogs now on defense, looking to stop the U. There's guys. It has to happen now. It has to happen on this drive.
of course.
I want
mean,
to see a pick six right on this play. Put the pressure back on the U. Even if they get a pick six in 2 points, we're still looking at a 6-point lead, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the game is the U is in very comfortable position at this point. I expect Dustin White to run a lot again, every second play.
Dustin White now waiting for the snap. Shaq Lattimore gets set on the outside. Gets a snap. Looks to pitch it to him, but no, keeps running and is quickly deflated on the outside. Great defense, but smart play call by Dustin White.
Still about 3-yard gain. They're just killing clock, killing plays, and they take forever on offense because they know let's play clock management instead.
Yeah, I don't think we should be seeing a Dustin White throwing really anything past 5 yards on this drive.
I disagree. Go too deep.
No, you
Overthrow your receivers.
You can't. That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, in terms of the way that he looks to be setting up here, in terms of the plays that he's run, I don't see him doing that. I mean, obviously now would be the time to do it.
Watch
to
the
really
goal to Josh White on the outside.
After that Louis Michel Dupree tackle, Dustin White looks deep, not listening to Justin Blanchard, and it is caught by Shaq Lattimore. It's a touchdown, and in the face of Justin Blanchard,
Listen,
Dustin White throws a touchdown.
I have to give him credit for it. That's not what I was saying. What I was saying is that obviously that would be the time to do it. When the defense is expecting everything short. It was just in terms of the plays that Dustin White had run, right? He was really playing relatively safe up to that point. Really taking runs, taking short passes. Listen, it was a good play. It's a little bit dangerous there. The defender was really step for step with Shaq Lattimore there. If he had turned his head, that might have been intercepted.
As we looked at the replay, exactly.
So
he was there, he just never turned for the ball, and he was playing the tackle in the end zone instead of playing the football.
Seems ill-advised.
Do you feel like Mud Dogs are just down
well,
and
I mean,
beat at this point?
Listen, they're down. I mean, it's 38-18.
I feel like they
at
gave
this
up.
point, it's
On that play, I felt like Judean just gave up.
And Dustin White putting his play sheet in his pants, looks left, throws into the end zone. It is knocked out of the
Dropped by
hands
Shaq.
of Shaq Lattimore.
A nice belly drop.
So their first stop on a convert comes with the game basically over. So
Yeah. On the drop pass, too.
And they
Yeah,
kind
on
of
the
stopped
drop pass.
themselves.
Yeah. It's been rough.
So how big has been Dustin White tonight, Justin?
Well, I mean, clearly he's been huge. He's played very well. He's taken his chances. He's moved the pocket around. You really have to give him credit for a great game called so far.
In this season, we saw Shaq Lattimore and Josh White with 5 touchdowns each. Justin, are you surprised that Josh White has not been a bigger part of the offense?
I'm sorry, what?
First play, 40
A
bomb.
touchdown!
Olivier Laberge. One play,
Sorry to
40
cut you
bomb.
off there, Justin.
Listen, it's really unfortunate that Marshawn decided to take that chance deep with the game essentially over.
Wow.
Because
we have no clue at the time because our producer's not very good.
But
Because
Technically, there could be 5 to 6 minutes left, and we could have time.
If he had taken those chances earlier, I think that this game could have been a lot closer than it is
but
right
the
now.
thing is, he was attacking the end zone. He had so many drops.
No, that's true for sure. Of course.
Take the drops away. They wouldn't have the pick 6, so it would be a 12-point difference. It would be a 12-point swing.
Right now, the way the Mud Dogs are playing, they can't catch Glory in a bathroom stall. In the meantime, Marshall to be on the convert, looking to his right, rolling, throwing to the back of the end zone, is knocked down by Shaq Lattimore, who's basically been everywhere on the field.
If the U wins, the Shaq Lattimore wins MVP.
I think so.
You think so?
I
I think
think so.
Justin White has been playing much better.
But you know what? His impact Lattimore's interception
The pick six.
on that drive was huge. It changed the game completely.
Yeah, but what about the converts, though? Do we give credit to the quarterback for making those throws?
Nope. All Shaq, all Lattimore, all
all
the
Sh-
time.
We'll see how it shakes up. We'll see how the end of the game shakes up. As
So,
Shaq is known for shake and bake.
A quick time update. Looks like there's maybe around 8 minutes left in the
That's
game.
more.
So
8 minutes, about 4 drives.
Depending. Could also be 2 drives. You will have something to say about that as they take the ball and have Shaq Lattimore,
Watch Shaq throw a 40 bomb again.
and in which case he will absolutely be player of the game. Lattimore looking over the middle field, delivered to Skakini,
Who bubbled it.
but he did catch it.
So he basically has better hands than you.
That's true. Fact.
when he's playing with you,
Justin, this is therefore we only talk about Francois Benedict.
After about a was that 7-yard gain, gentlemen?
Yeah, about 7. I would say 8.
It's called 7 3/6.
Obviously.
So similar to
So
7 and a half.
6. Somebody's a half.
One would say it was similar to 7 and a half. As the U get ready on their second down and I guess 2.5.
So Moncon predicted this game to finish 17-14. We can say
Wonderful prediction.
We could say MK doesn't know what he's talking about.
well, what was your prediction?
I said Mud Dogs 33 to 27.
I would have gone with more to more. And Lattimore connecting with Skakini. Maybe someone should cover that guy.
Listen, really have to give
Like, one
Lattimore
time.
some credit. You know, I mean, you'd expect, as a guy, not necessarily the full-time quarterback coming in, to only look for the deep throw or just the run.
But Lattimore has
he has-
thrown often for the U.
No,
Yes.
of course. But he's played very very smart so far. Just complete checking it down. They've given up that short hook over the middle. Why not take it? So
At this point, I'm going to have to say if they ask for my vote for MVP, I'm giving 55 the go-ahead.
Chris Skakini?
Yeah.
I can see it. Especially if he gets one more touchdown, it's locked in.
The guy's been everywhere. He's been moving the chains, the
The
beanbags.
bags. He's been moving the sack.
Eyes.
And
See?
again, getting there we
what a
go.
drop.
He lost the MVP
Right there, he
on
lost
that
the
one
black.
play. That was the one. If he only had 11 more yards.
see,
That was a black. Right there.
He had peas in his head, and he just
It's true.
screw it.
He
man.
heard
I'm
us.
just
He's
gonna
That's
drop
what
it.
happens when
Yeah.
you dream of peas.
You drop things.
You drop things. Whether they be footballs or panties.
Listen to us. Okay, this is for a plaque. Too much
Again,
stress.
though, a good read by Shaq. Going through his progressions and just finding the open guy, not forcing anything.
And Dustin White relieves him, saying, "Hey, you know what, Shaq? Get back to where you get back to your spot.
Get
and
back
I'll
to
play
do your thing.
quarterback.
I got this.
I got this." And has crossing routes over the middle, but he delivers to Shaq Lattimore, sprawling, reaching, dropping with one hand.
So he does not have this.
He did not have
He
it.
did not.
Now Shaq Lattimore has lost the MVP, so let's give it to Dustin White.
So basically, our producer is just commenting on what we're saying, but
Yeah.
he's not producing this.
Not producing.
We have we still don't have the time.
I'll tell you who is producing so far is Dustin White.
Oh yeah. Honestly, we could say anything we want, but he's been the best player on the field tonight so far.
I put in my notes, guys, whether or not you thought the game would be decided by the first quarterback to throw an interception, and it seems to have gone that way.
Yeah. Well, technically, it was only one real pick, and it was a pick six that was really a killer.
And again, the last one stopped a touchdown.
Yes, but it wasn't the same thing as a pick on a first down. You know what I mean? It was a last split, a half. It's a stats killer more than anything else.
Except if the other team scores a touchdown.
Please stop. being
Okay,
yourself.
cool. All right, I'm
Get
sorry.
back to the game here.
I assumed we'd have
down.
real
So they're
analysis, but
facing
I was wrong because we have Simon Dajmi on the
Facing a
panel.
4th and 10 here with just maybe a few minutes left, if
You're-
that, in the game.
They're past the half field, so do they punt and put them at the 1?
Of course, introducing the new rule that FBF brought in this season, that a punt on the offensive side of the
honestly,
field will
yeah.
give
I feel
you.
it's smart.
I
that's
would.
smart play
I
as
think
well.
I would punt it down to the 1.
Yeah, and then you send a rusher straight down Mojon Dubé's throw so he can't run it, and play the safety.
Although
Or
you
just
took
play
3.5 minutes off the clock, now punt it down to the 1 yard line, and we'll see how Mud Dogs are able to handle this.
Well, this is exactly what Mundog needed from their defense. They needed to stop. They needed to make plays.
Yeah.
And now, if they could score quick,
Well,
it's
we'll
a
see
two-score game.
because
It's a one-score game instead of two,
again,
right?
they seem to be just kind of lackadaisical in there and setting up here.
it's a 14-point game, and the Mud Dogs have the football.
Wants to be in his own end zone, throws a quick hook. It is caught, and he is quickly deflagged. Nice route Nice catch. Nice move
Yeah,
by
you know,
Olivier
it's,
Laberge.
listen, it's you know, regardless of what the situation is, it's a good first play. You give yourself a bit more room.
Yeah,
you know,
you
you're
need to
you're
get yourself out of the end zone.
yeah, that's you're not worried about taking you know, getting a safety there. So
Once again, we see Mud Dog going a bit faster in the huddles, but still, it's too slow in my opinion.
Wants to be looking left. Delivers at that second level. It is caught by Laurent Zubri, and he is brought down by Shaq Lattimore.
Literally brought down.
okay, so finally, you know, they're starting to pick up the pace here. You know, a good play again. Like Marjan Duby, he has been on fire the whole game.
That was a
whole-
fantastic play.
I
3
mean,
levels.
You know,
Just
yeah,
picked one.
he's been calling a great game. You know, he had the underneath route. He saw Laurent Dubreuil over the top. A good laser there.
I love the new pace they're running. at
And
now.
he throws another quick laser to Julien Laberge. Nice catch. And again, he's bringing his boys together quickly, calling a play. Hopefully they get up the line quickly
Yeah,
as
there
they
go.
do.
And you know, I think we should be expecting a bit more of the same. You know, this quick, it's in his hands and it's out within a second really too. Whatever receiver's underneath.
Trips to the left and he
Oh, he's
rolls
gonna run
right. He has a man on ISO, but will try for the end zone. He is in the curtain and short of the end zone by about a yard and 6
I
ninths.
feel like momentum switching.
Also
Now
one
Mud
third.
Dogs are driving, and I feel like they actually have life now. They're not just dead dogs. They're actually Mud Dogs again.
Nice.
Not really
Good
with
one.
bad.
They haven't drowned in the mud, so to speak.
Now
They've been
they're crawling.
Dragged through the mud, but they're surviving.
The U are looking a bit tired. I think Mud Dogs are taking the most. If they could score on this play, we might have a game.
And it's thrown, it
there's
is
a
caught,
flag
it
though.
is a score, but there is a flag. Laurent Zubri has a touchdown for now. Let's see if it
It's
stands.
also Dubreuil, not Dubreuil. Just
Laurent
Pete, listen,
Zubri.
Pete can even speak English properly, right? So
You're
give him a
expecting
break.
a lot.
So I don't know. False start. Offense.
No touch.
No,
it is a
Oh,
touchdown
it's on
on
defense.
defense.
Offside on defense. Good job, Simon. That's why you're not a referee.
That's the only reason.
Okay, so honestly, listen, we might actually have a game here.
8-point lead for the U. This convert is huge.
It does not feel huge. Like no H, just because it's the U. All right, fair.
They're going for
Which
1
is
point.
to be in
They're going
trips
for 1 point.
with
by the
1
way.
point, which is.
Oh,
All right.
wow.
I feel the pass was off target.
But that's
It
still
was,
catchable.
yeah, it was still a catchable pass though.
But
I
his
mean,
receiver was open on the outside.
he
and hit him on
was,
the inside.
But it's also the finals.
Agreed.
There are
plays
5
left.
plays left in the game. If the U get a first down, the game is over. If Mud Dogs get the ball back, they have a chance. It is now 38 to 30.
They still
The
need.
U lead the Mud Dogs,
They would still need to convert, which they haven't been able to the entire game.
but they can. So you're saying
It's possible.
there's
but
a
improbable.
chance. There's a chance, Simon.
It's possible, but improbable.
But you're saying there's a chance. Lattimore with the ball, looking over the middle, looks
Oh,
to
yeah.
scramble. He's running all the way, gets quickly deflagged by, it seemed to be Laberge.
Not so quickly as he gains about 6.
Wow, that's more than I thought. Not criticizing, just
Yeah,
That's what
there
he's
was
marking.
there was no way, honestly, that he was passing it there. I wouldn't have taken any chance at all with the ball in the air. With now 4 plays left.
4 plays left. All you need is a first down. They could technically just take a sack at the line of scrimmage and run the second play.
how
Yeah.
accurate would it be for the snapper to snap so far?
What
that
a
it's
safety,
a
that would be
safety.
amazing.
It would be amazing. It would be epic. Shaq Lattimore once again lined up at quarterback. He's waiting for his snap. Gets in his hands. Looks to his left.
Nah,
rolls
see,
right. Can't run.
no,
He
exactly.
he dances. He shakes. He throws a perfect pass to
And
White.
Josh is open. First down. That's the game.
Is that it? Can they
Yes.
do they whistle it?
He throws the ball into the stands. And it is now game over. The U winning another championship. They are officially the
Undefeated.
Division 4B champions.
They're undefeated in the playoffs.
In the playoffs, yes. They were
In
defeated in the
franchise history.
season by the Mud Dogs, who were unable to defeat them in this championship game. They line up for the handshakes, but Commissioner Robert Campana at the field with the trophy to present it to the U, as well as the plaque for player of the game.
Well, we know how tough it is to be the same team twice in FPF in the same season, and we've seen today that the U defense improved more than Mud Dogs.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, granted, I'll give you that it's probably around what you predicted. But is this the way that you predicted it?
No,
You
there
know,
was
to
way too
turn
many
out?
jobs
No,
with Mud
of course
Dogs.
not.
I expected more stops on defense. I expected better plays from DBs, and I felt like defense was absent on both sides of the ball. Aside from that pick 6 play, I felt there wasn't much on neither side. It was just drops and drops.
Yeah. pretty much.
Commissioner Rob Campana now handing the trophy to the U. This is a familiar sight. They won it last winter, did they not?
Yes,
Sil?
in Div 5.
So moving up, still making progress, getting better every season.
MVP
And
flag goes
player
to
of the
Dustin
game
White.
I don't know. Fine, Dustin White. You win it.
I know.
I still believe it should have gone to either Shaq Lattimore or Chris Skakini.
I would have loved to see a snapper get recognition for
That
once.
was awesome, right?
They never do.
Because the thing is, like, snappers don't often get the big flashy yards, but Skakini was a huge piece in this game.
Yeah, of course.
I believe he was like the best piece on their offense as he moved the beanbags most of the night.
Non-stop. The sack was moved all night by Skakini.
Still have to give a quick shout out for Mud Dogs. They still played well. It's unfortunate that they decided kind of really at the end there to pick up the pace, and because we saw what they could do when when they were playing kind of
The first two drives were perfect.
not necessarily no huddle, but kind of a sugar huddle as you called it, and
Yep. Made it up. The thing is, though, like, I mean, I know there's no coaches in FPF, but given the lull that you saw halfway through the game, like, wouldn't you just tell the U, like, not the U, but the Mud Dogs, rather, for future seasons, guys, never huddle.
yeah.
Because, like, they were so good in no huddle or the sugar huddle. Like,
Stop trying.
yeah, just go.
make it happen.
Just make plays, because they look great when that happened. What does look great right now is the U as they pose for their picture as they make their mark in FPF history once again.
But we've seen in the press conference, Laurent Dubreuil, the captain, was mentioning how the only thing that
Laurent
worries
Dubreuil.
them is the drops. If we drop too many footballs like we did in semis, we might lose this game. And exactly what happened turned out to be true.
It was
I think
absolutely.
that's a tough way to go out. I don't know what the stats are. I guess we're still waiting on that to come in. But I'd venture to say that Marjon Zabi still had a.
It
a
has to
solid
hurt
game,
as a quarterback to see so many drops. Like you hit the receiver square in the chest and he drops it on such a big stage. I don't know how he feels because I've never been to the finals, but it has to hurt.
I have. It does. It is, ladies and gentlemen. This was the Winter 2016 Finals for Division 4B, the first ever Division 4B championship won by the U. Congratulations to the boys in green, for Justin Blanchard and for Simon Dagenet. I am and have been Pease Delarize. Thank you all for joining us. Congratulations once again to the U.